Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Polly's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight we're going to be looking at a dynamite little fragrance from the house of Tommy Bahama. This is St. Barts, which came out in 2007. To me and to many others, this is the closest fragrance you can get to Creed Virgin Island Water, which also came out in 2007. So they both came out in the same year, but I am not sure which one was released first. The big difference is in price. Where I live, the St. Barts is 1/20th the cost of Creed's Virgin Island Water, and this fragrance actually on me outperforms Creed Virgin Island Water. I consider this a very inexpensive, amazing kind of tropical island summer vibing fragrance. If you like Virgin Island water, then and you can't afford it, this is your best alternative. I'm gonna take it out of the box here. And it's got a nice bottle. There's nothing cheap about it. And I'm a big fan of Tommy Bahama line for summer, spring fragrances because they offer you some freshness and a little bit of sweetness and just this real fun, feel-good vibe for very little price. So initially you get a very inviting and hospitable kind of pina colada lime vibe. But the one difference I noticed between this fragrance and Virgin Island water is the initial spray is a little bit off-putting on this one, but it smooths out as it dries down. And it's a fairly straightforward fragrance. It still has this kind of coconut, tad of a boozy vibe to it. Later on, it's still somewhat sweet, but in a very pleasing way. Maybe a little more musky, but the original DNA from the initial spray remains. So there's nothing deceiving about this fragrance in terms of from the initial spray till the later dry down. One remark I'd like to make about the house of Tommy Bahama is that there is no deception in what they do. And I find it hard to believe that someone would complain about a fragrance that you would pay $20 for that literally outperforms and smells almost the same as a $500 fragrance in Creed Virgin Island water. So again, you get great value for what you're paying and for any Tommy Bahama product. It's just a matter of your personal taste. As advertised, the top notes are lime, tequila, C notes, and salt. The mid notes are guava and green notes. The base notes are palm leaf, vanilla, and musk. So not too many notes, and they're all of kind of the summer vibe variety. Again, this is a feel-good fragrance. It's for vacations. It's a fun vibe, something that isn't really taken too seriously. I find that this is also a fragrance you can layer very nicely with other scents, but that is something you would have to experiment with. And I do find in the past, I remember when I wore this, I would layer it with something maybe with a little more strength, a little more power, and the two blended together very nicely. But again, that takes some experimentation. What I do is this little container I got, and for fragrances like summer fragrances where they seem to burn off quicker, this is just a little atomizer. You could just carry it in your pocket. Nice little cap. I got this at a department store, and you just slip it right in your pocket and you can reapply, because this is a fragrance you're going to get maybe, I would say 4 hours tops. It's average projection and scent bubble. I think anybody can wear this fragrance because it is not really a signature scent. It is not a professional fragrance. It's not an office fragrance. It's all about being laid back and having fun. So the age really doesn't matter. And like I said, the main difference between this and Creed Virgin Island water in terms of the smell, maybe the Creed Virgin Island water is a little bit smoother, a little bit more of a natural smell, and this maybe is a touch more synthetic or artificial. But for the price, I mean, if you want to spend 20 times the amount, that's up to you. I will do a review of Creed Virgin Island water at a different date, but nevertheless, I think this is thumbs up, a real winner, and you can't go wrong if you are looking for a summer fragrance, on a tight budget, or you just don't want to spend $500 on something that smells similar. And I find that as time has gone on in my fragrance journey, I start to become a much more intelligent and savvy buyer. And I think that's very important, that you don't spend incredible amounts of money for fragrances that just have a very minimal advantage over a fragrance like this. So if you like this video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Any comments or questions, leave them down below, and I will always get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.